What's up, everybody? Welcome to Keep It a Benji, and that's how I'm gonna keep it. Adam 22 has some interesting things to say about Munchie B and Spoety Face. Even though Adam said a little bit, he definitely said a whole lot. I'ma run that snippet for y'all, and I'ma tune back in.
When we're on that podcast, Munchie and Spoety Face, now maybe this is why they actually have put any tension aside, is because they both were so happy. Like, I've never seen two gangsters so happy to be talking about gay sex. When we're on that podcast, Munchie and Spoety Face, now maybe this is why they actually have put any tension aside, is because they both were so happy. Like, I've never seen two gangsters so happy to be talking about gay sex.
I never saw gangsters be so happy to talk about gay sex. Y'all heard what Adam had to say. Think about how he painted that image. Think about how he chose to even paint that image and use that type of wording. This whole situation comes from Munchie B and Spoety Face sitting down at No Jumper with Adam 22 throwing some accusations at Baby B Braze, talking about that he was participating in certain type of activities that's frowned upon when he was locked up. And let's think about it, right? I haven't saw nothing good come out of this ever since Munchie B or Spoety Face been pushing this agenda. All you have been getting is a lot of straight males talking about that's kind of strange for some straight males to be out here trying to find a homosexual just so they can break down what they did with another man in the bedroom, right? That's strange. Then you got other down moves talking about Munchie B was out of line for sitting down with some Crips, or one Crip or multiple Crips, speaking about a blood in this type of form. Then you got a lot of people feeling like, how do y'all sit down on a white man's platform and then try to bash another black person? It's just a lot of bad. But now, to me, what's kind of like the nail in the coffin on this whole situation is the platform, the boss of the platform, who these guys choose to straddle the fence with, put themselves in, compromising positions as far as engaging with things that's not really the type of things that straight males or members is supposed to engage with. They are bending these morals and stuff like that just to sit down with Adam, just to sit down at the No Jumper platform, only for the No Jumper platform, Adam 22, to turn around and use all that against him. Adam didn't have to highlight that the way he highlighted that. Adam didn't have to say that. But he wanted to throw shots their way. That's a man who's saying out of his own mouth that he knows that gangsters and gangbangers and people of the streets and straight men and stuff like that is not supposed to be engaging on having a conversation pertaining to some homosexuality in that form. Adam got enough sense to know that. And he used them to gain the content, but he also turned around and used that same stuff against him and paint this image. They can't even come back and rebuttal or challenge these things that Adam is saying because they put themselves in that position. Adam is keeping it a Benji. We all are shocked every time we see so-called members, so-called gangsters, so-called straight men act like they out here to try to really get to the bottom of some homosexual actions and stuff like that. We all surprised and shocked, like, wow, they'd do that to their image, to their character. But just think about how Adam took it upon himself to highlight that and paint that image. He was saying a whole lot, even though he said a little. Anybody with a high comprehension can get what he was saying and doing with that. This was all from the Adam and Wax show. Adam was saying that a lot of the people from where Spoety Face is from is mad at him for sitting down with Munchie B after Munchie B done disrespected his hood, his homies, and all kind of stuff. In defense, Adam pretty much said, hey, I think, this is one of the reasons why they were so, overlooking these problems, or why they were so friendly, is because they got something in common. They both gangsters who want to talk about gay sex. That's the type of image Adam painted. So in my opinion, it's like, if they keep interacting with Adam in the No Jumper platform, it's only gonna get worse for him. And I don't think that's respected, man. I don't think you should put yourself in the type of position to where, like, you bending. First and foremost, you shouldn't be doing that. But you bending on things that people gonna frown on, and you engaging with it just to fit in with a room, only for that room to turn around and bash you out for the same thing that you did to try to help this platform or help this room that everybody else found something wrong in. So it's like, when you got the person that you kind of like being weird for, doubling back, calling you weird, I think that calls for a person to like stop, gather their thoughts, figure out what's their next move. I'm not bashing nobody for trying to get their chili. I ain't trying to bash nobody for trying to build their image, bring the awareness to what they got going on. But at one point, it's like, when is enough gonna be enough? And some would say that some things should never even have started. Keep it a Benji like I always do. Y'all jump in the comments and let me know what y'all think, man. Was Adam saying a whole lot when he said that little bit? Do Adam know exactly what he's saying when he's painting these images? The way he said what he said, pertaining to gangsters and worrying about gay sex and all that stuff? Do y'all feel like Spoety Face and Munchie B should have a conversation with Adam on how to deal with them if they gonna move forward? Should they stop going up there? Do y'all feel like it's only gonna get worse if they keep going up there? Because y'all gotta pay attention, man, that humans are humans and everybody got some sense. Just because you a gangbanger or not a gangbanger, that don't mean people gonna see things in like total different viewing points. And I'm saying that to say that, everything that gangbangers be like not respecting, we starting to see people like Flacco come out and say he don't respect it. We're seeing Adam saying he don't respect it in so many ways, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, people got to understand that somebody will win off of you doing things, but that don't mean they respect you doing it. So be mindful on what you engaging with, because you think that's going to get you a spot somewhere, give you a position. I'm out.
You want to make your dream come true, you got to stay focused. Some people rather get even than get ahead. Stay focused on where you want to go.